Hi friends, this is Vignesh here. So let's see about how to configure database mirroring in SQL Server 2008 R2. So to begin with, let me start my VM machine. It's a Windows Server 2008 R2 VM machine. So I'm going to open SQL Server Management Studio. I have three instances over here. So the first one would be SQL 2K8 R2, which would be acting as my primary instance. The next one would be SQL 2K8 R2 test, which would be my secondary instance. And as we need for database mirroring, I'm going to have a witness server as well. So this would be SQL3. So let me connect to that as well. So I have to make sure that all the SQL server agent is running. So let me go ahead and start this one, because without SQL server agent running, the jobs in all the databases won't be up and running. I guess there is something wrong with this. Let me just have a look on this. So fine. So I'm just going to create a new database. So let me name that as Vignesh. So when you're creating a database, the good practice is go ahead and check the options in that. As you always know, we should be having the recovery model as full to take transactional log backups. So please make sure that the recovery model is as full. And that's it for creating a new database. So I created a new database by the name Vignesh, which is over here. So let's go ahead and create few tables. I'm creating few tables over here. Just give some random data. So please go ahead and save this table in the database. Let's rename this as details. So anything, whichever you wish for your convenience, should help. So now if you just go ahead and try to check whether it has been saved, you can just do this. It gives the coding for that. You can do this. It gives the data. So if you want, you can just keep adding some 3 to 4 more. 300. Anything as per your wish, just for the test purpose. So once you're done, just go ahead and close it. It will be automatically saved by itself. So as we are done creating a table in the database, let's go ahead and take a backup of it. You just need to go to tasks and take a backup of the database. So for database mirroring, we have to take a full backup as well as a transactional log backup. So let's go ahead with the full backup first. So I'm making it as a full backup. I'm trying to specify my own location. So I'm making this location to take my backup. So let me name the backup file as vignesh.bak. Good enough. So a full database is done. Now let me go ahead and take a transactional log backup. Make this as transactional log. You have to remove this and add a new one. So in the same location, you can have it in the same location. It's as per your convenience. You can have it wherever you want. .trn for transactional log. Say OK. So even the transactional log backup is successful. So the backup is done perfectly in the primary database. So we need to go ahead and restore it in the secondary database. So let me go ahead to the database, right click and say restore database. Just give the exact name of whatever was given in the primary database. So we have to restore it from a device over here, because you remember we saved it to a particular location. So SQL files, and in the backup we had vignesh.bak. I'm trying to restore my full backup first. Say okay. So you got to check this option and you have to look for the options. So every time for database mirroring, you should go with the second option, which says leave the database non-operational and do not roll back uncommitted transactions. So you have to restore it with no recovery option, as which is given over here. Click on it and say okay. Oops. So this error is nothing but it's trying to restore from the same place. See, actually if you clearly read it, it says that the LDF and MDF file has the same name, so it can't go ahead. I mean, in this case nothing, you just need to go ahead and rename it. This is a normal error which comes out. Just give anything, I mean like 1, I'm giving it as 1. You can give any alphabet or anything which tries to rename the file. So both the LDF and MDF file should be renamed. Now go ahead and say okay. So the restoration of the database is done successfully. Now again, let's go and restore the transactional log backup which we took. So it is going to be Vignesh from the same location, I mean wherever we saved our transactional backup. Go to SQL files, backup, vignesh.tr, and say okay. Okay. Just click on this, go to options with no recovery. As I said you earlier, you have to go ahead and rename this file, or else SQL might get confused about retrieving this. Just whatever you want to give it, anything should do. Say okay. So the restoration of the transactional log is done as well. So as you see, this is the primary server. I mean SQL 2K8R2 is the primary server, and SQL 2K8R2 test is the secondary server. I mean this will be acting as the mirror server, and we have a witness server here. So let me tell you the job of the witness server once we are configuring the database mirroring. So as we are done taking the backup and restoring it in the mirror database, let me go ahead and configure database mirroring in the primary database. So all you need to do is that just go to Vignesh in the primary database, right click, go to properties, go to mirroring. So here this is the window where you are going to make all the configurations. Go ahead with configure security. So you might get this window. So you have, as you see here, you must configure the principal server instance, the mirror server instance, and witness server instance. It says as optional. I mean, there are two kind of things. I mean, you can have witness server installed, or you cannot. I mean, it is nothing mandatory that you need to have in, but then for automatic failover, you need witness server to come up. Let me show you how it works. So I say yes over here. So it says whether you need all the settings. Yep. So this is my principal server instance. It is 2K8R2, and this is the listener port. It normally picks up this port. If you have any port specifically for this, you can go ahead and give this number, but it's better you leave the same port. Next. So I have to specify the mirror server instance. As I already said, it would be my secondary server. So let me go to connect, and let me go ahead and map my secondary instance for that. So it automatically picks up 5023 listener port for it. Go ahead and say next. So here is the witness server instance concept. So why do I specify witness server instance here is because when there is a particular damage or when something goes wrong with the principal server, witness server will automatically try to run, and it will try to map the database to the mirror server. So let me go ahead and connect it. So here SQL3 will be acting as my witness server. Let's say next, and that's it. I mean, if you have any specific service accounts while you are trying to install SQL, I mean there is a place while you install the software, it might ask you for specifying different service accounts. This is randomly used in corporate level. Since we are just doing a testing purpose, you can just leave it because we gave the same service account name for all the installations. Say next, say finish. So you see everything success. Go ahead and say close. So it's asked for start mirroring. Yeah, I want to start the mirroring. So asynchronous, you have synchronous. Asynchronous in the sense, I mean like whenever there is a transaction from the primary database to the secondary database, I mean the secondary database has to send an acknowledgement to the primary database saying yes, all the data whichever you are sending is getting written in me. That is what is meant by synchronous. Asynchronous means, I mean the primary server doesn't wait for any acknowledgement from the secondary server. So let me go ahead and say okay. So now as you see, you can see Vignesh principal synchronized in the primary server, which means the database mirroring has been started. And here if you see the database, Vignesh mirror synchronized restoring, it is in the restoring mode over here, and this will be acting as the witness server. So now you can just go ahead and see the content here. I mean both the primary database and secondary database should be in sync. So I'm giving one more entry over here. So that's it. Let me go ahead and close this. I mean saying close will automatically save it. So the main purpose of doing DB mirroring is this database will be in mirror. I mean whatever is happening here will have a mirror image of it in this instance, in this database. With the help of this, I mean if something goes wrong in the primary database, this third witness server will help the secondary server instance, the mirror instance, to come up, and this will be acting as a normal primary server after that. Let me show you how it works. As you see now, Vignesh is in mirror synchronized, it's in the restoring mode, and here Vignesh shows as principal synchronized. So automatically the concept of DB mirroring is, if this particular database goes down, this mirror instance which we configured should become append and it should start running normally. So let me go ahead and try to stop this. Let's see what happens. I'm stopping it. It is asking me to stop the services. I'm saying yes, stop the service. Yes. It's taking some time. So if you see this over here, it means that the database, I mean the red symbol over here, it means that it is offline or it is stopped, or the services of that particular database has been stopped, or the services for that particular server has been stopped. So now automatically when this is stopped, all the services which are running in this would stop. So if you go down here and if you see it, I'm just going to refresh this. Let me refresh it. So now you can see Vignesh as acting as principal. I mean earlier this was acting as principal and this was, so now if I just go ahead and if I query, just check the tables in this, it is exactly the same what you saw in the primary instance. So the principal, I mean the witness server is the one which helped this to come up and running. So now the users can start connecting to this particular database now, since this has become offline. So this means that there is not going to be any particular downtime when the server is shut down, or when there is some issue with the primary server or things like that. So when I go ahead and start the primary server again, let me go ahead and start it again. I'm just saying yes for it. It's going to start. You see this green symbol, it means that the server is online now and it is working. So now when you see Vignesh, see, so it's better you keep doing a refresh every time, because whatever operations you did, it might take some time. So when you did a refresh over here, so now Vignesh is acting as principal synchronized, and see, just a minute, let me do a refresh here as well. Look at the databases over here. So here when you see Vignesh's mirror, now the primary database started to act as a mirror database, and the mirror database is acting as a primary database. I mean like it just made the operation in the reverse. I mean it is just vice versa. So every time so now when this goes down, automatically this will pick up and it will start to serve for the users with the help of the witness server which we gave here. So if now the concept arises like, what if there is no witness server? If there is no witness server, so this concept of it by itself picking up the mirror database is not going to happen, because we might need a database administrator to go ahead and manually map the database to this, or manually make it up and running. So when only with the help of the witness server over here, I mean the SQL3, it got mapped automatically. So that is all about database mirroring, friends. That's it. Thank you.